This is not ideal, but it doesn't matter. Right, let's get the show on the road. Get warming up. Bigger arm circles. Just start to work around and other way around. Lovely. Forwards and backwards. Good, and then just open. Yeah, arms nice and straight now. Chest, cross them over on top, cross them underneath, cross them on top, cross them underneath. Good, ankle mobility. So one leg out, you're just literally trying to turn around on that ankle. So just rotate around. Come one way, and then rotate the other side. Good, and then just start to flick behind. Just to warm up the front of those legs. Get those quads nice and warmed up. Lovely. Just flicking through. Warming, warming, warming. Good, knee up. Opposite. Excellent. Just taking those knees towards those elbows. Nice big rotation. Yeah, and then just on the spot, just stop the knees now and just try to warm up the spine. Yep, so hips face forward, upper body's doing the turning. Literally, we're just trying to warm up through that spine. Excellent. Good, out the back this time, a little bit quicker. Just flicking off behind. The higher you flick, as those legs start to get warm on the front, should be a lot better. So far, so good. So quiet today. I might have to get Anne Simpson to do a filler gap at half time.
Yes.
Good, other way around. Yeah, if you've got any music at home and you want to put it on in the background, feel free. Just press your mute button. If not, I'm afraid you're going to have to listen to me in silence. Right, so as we swing up, so little step behind, swing in front, step behind, swing in front, step, and swing. Step, swing. Good. Don't worry about a lunge as such, just a little step back, and then through. Step back, and through. Good. Two more. Another leg bend. So step back, swing through. Step back, swing through. Good. So far, so good. Warming up through. And change leg again one more time. This time we should be able to get a little bit more movement through as we just get warmed up. Perfect. Lovely, nice big movement up. Two more. Last one. Change sides. So bigger movement this side if we can. Yeah, arms for balance if you need to. Nice low, big high spin. Good, keep that going. Three more. Excellent. Just from there, squat down to the side. Squat, now kick, down and kick. Nice and steady. Just warming up through those legs. Good. 4, and a 3, and a 2, and a 1. Good, arms loosen for the last time. Good, so we're going to start with the steady stuff again, steady supplementary stuff. So you can either do this on a flat section, you can do this on a small step section if you want to. So I'm just going to start with area of the calves for starters. So straight legs and bent legs, and then we're going to just work our way through. So hopefully your ankles are loose enough. If at any point you need to go to this double leg, do the double leg stuff. If the single leg is okay, you can use the single leg. Hold on to something if you need to. Try and not hold all your weight on, just use it as a reference point. So don't need a step, don't worry. You don't have to have that as you go through. So what we're going to look to do is some straight leg movements and some bent leg movements on this one today. So from that step position, if you're using a step, we're looking at heel drop down. From the heel drop, we're looking at all the way up as we go. So we're going to go double leg for 10, and then we're going to look to go single leg for 5, single leg for 5. Okay, and then we're going to move on to the bent legs as we go. So we're going to work our way up today with the supplementary stuff. So let's go. Let's look at 10. Heel drop if you can. 9. Heel drop. And 7. At this point now, my legs want to be dead straight, knees almost pushing back. Yeah. 2. And 1. So a couple of pointers. Height. So we're trying to get the same height that we were before. So if we're only kind of coming up to there, we need to really try and put an emphasis to get all the way up. So when we switch to a single, those that you can do a single, going to do 5 on one side, 5 on the other. Put the other leg anywhere where it's comfortable. Can wrap it around if you want to. Still with a heel drop, still with a raise. If you want to stick with the doubles, stick with the doubles. Here we go. So 5, 4, 3, still the same height, 2, and 1. Should be feeling a little bit warm there, so don't worry if there's a warm sensation or a burning sensation. Straight leg again, 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Now we're going to stay with the singles unless you want to switch round. So 2 more sets, 5 on one, 5 on the other. Let's go. 5, 4. Hopefully it feels nice and warm. 3, 2, and 1. Change side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And switch. If you can't feel it warming up, really try and get a little bit higher, nice and slow. 1. Height for 2. Height for 3. If you can't get as high, maybe switch back to the double leg. For 4. 1 more, still straight leg. For 5. Well done. Last set on this other leg. In 5. In 4. In 3. In 2. And 1. Good. Phase 2 of the calves. So slightly different part of the calves now. We need bent legs. Okay, we stay in that bent leg position. We can do a slight heel drop, but it probably won't go very far. That's just depending on the flexibility that you have in your ankles. So if you've got very flexible ankles, the heels will drop a little bit lower. If not, they'll probably sit about level as we go. So what we're going to look to do is 10, just pushing up. Good. So 9, 8, 7, 6. Try not to straighten the legs out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Might get a little bit here just when they're engaging, but they're not actually changing shape. So the shape change comes from those calves as we push through. So more prehab stuff, as it were. So now you're going to try the single leg, those that you can. A little bit harder in that position. And then we're up for 1. Right. Up for 2. And for 3. Really target the same height as before. Up for 4. Up for 5. Good. Other way around. And up for 1. Up for 2. Up for 3. So this is the same shape as it was before. Up for 4. Up for 5. Well done. Back to the other side. So remember, toes just on the end of the step. Those who are on the step allows that heel to drop. Slight bend in the knee. This stays the same shape, and the movement just comes lifting up from the foot. Let's go. 1. Back down. 2. Yeah. 3. 4. Good. 5. Other way around. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Yeah, well done. Last time round. So it's doubles or singles, depending on what you prefer. Hopefully you can feel it. If you can't feel it down here by now, you need to try something a little bit different, maybe a little bit more height. So 5. Low. big push, 4. Big push up, 3. Nice, steady speed, 2. And 1. Well done. Other way around. 1, 2, 3. Low, 4 all the way up, and 5. Big push up. Good. Couple of little bits to remember on those calves as well then. So sometimes we don't always get a chance to do this kind of stuff in the week because we're too busy going 150 mile an hour with everything. So just try and remember bits that we covered today. For say you get a little niggle in the calf or something, it's not quite feeling as flexible down through that plantar as well. So these are kind of things that will help to strengthen in that area as well. Next area to look at is those glutes. We do spend quite a bit more time on these. So we're going to quickly go through a set of 3 on the glutes. We're going to look at clams to the side. We're going to look at single leg bridges, and then we're going to look at one other exercise in the side leg series, but that's kind of a set of 3. So I'll talk you through that as we go. So we're going to try and fly through these if we can, get you onto the other stuff as well, because I know that some of you want to do a bit more jumpy rah-rah stuff. So what we're going to look to do is glute bridges. So double legs and single legs. So a lot of the time people start to feel this more through their hamstrings and not actually in the glutes. So start with a double leg. Make sure you can feel the glutes doing the work, okay, as you raise on up. So this position here, what we're going to look to do is just peel on up. As we peel, it's the glutes that squeeze to lift up. Shouldn't really be coming from here. There will be a little bit of a pull, but it doesn't want to be a quick movement up into a glute bridge and trying to get too high. So nice, slow, steady peel up. We're just going to do 8 of these. Let's go. So 8. Good. 7. And 6. And 5. Good. 4. And 3. Still using your glutes. 2. And 1. Good. So those of you who had a step, feel free to now put your feet under the step or a slight elevation so they're a little bit higher. If you haven't, don't worry, it's just as good from down here. That will just make it a little bit harder if you had something to raise up as you go. Right, those of you who are comfortable, we're going to look at a single leg one now. So again, we're trying to dig that heel in, we're trying to lift up from here. So peeling through for 1, back down. Peeling for 2, back down. Peeling for 3, back down. 1 more, peeling for 4, back down, the way around. For 1, good. Peeling for 2, good. For 3, good. And 4, good. Another thing sometimes is not taking that leg. So that leg doesn't need to do this. That leg stays in the same position. And as your hips move, that leg moves. Okay, so don't use your leg as an extra bit of help. Other side, let's go 4 and 4 again. So this leg, wherever it is, even if it's bent now, it should stay in line. If it's straight now, it should still stay in line. Are you ready? So up for 1. Back down. Up for 2. Back down. Up for 3. Back down. And 4. Other way. Up for 4. And 3. And 2. Keep squeezing that glute. And 1. Good. Other bits to throw in, you might want to raise it and hold it as a glute bridge hold. Next, we're going to roll over and go to clams. Okay, so we're trying to create roughly a 90-degree here with our ankles either on the floor if you're not too sure on this one, or ankles can go slightly elevated. As we open out from here, glute section, slowly back down. Let's go. So 10. Good. So imagine you're pushing away, opening with that knee. Yeah, it's easy just to go like that if not, and there's too much switching on there. So pushing away, opening the door with a knee only. Yeah, so use my knee, back. Yeah, these are fixed. Back down. 4. Good. 3. and 2 and 1. Good. Other side. Good. So again, slightly elevated if you want to. Small movement comes from here, and engage that glute as you start to push out. Out for 1, back down. Out for 2, back down. Up for 3, back down. For 4, back down. For 5, back. 6, back. 7 and 8 and 9 and last one. Good. So we're going to keep that idea of control as we go into a side leg. So our side leg's going to work 8 going up, 8 circles from here. And again, try not to throw them around too quickly. I don't want those hips to move. I want the movement just to come from here. So 8 one direction, 8 the other direction after 8 up as we go. So 8, back down. Try and get your glute to switch on. 7, back down. 6, 5. Good. And imagine you're probably pushing with the outside of the foot now. So imagine your outside of the foot is just pushing something down. You're just easing it away. The outside of that foot. Yeah. Just push and back. One more. Push and hold at that position. And now just circle around nice and slowly. Try and keep this fixed. Round for 2. Round for 3. Round for 4. Round for 5. Round for 6. Round for 7. Round for 8. Change direction. For 1. For 2. For 3. Really here, nice and steady. For 4. For 5. For 6. You should be feeling it by now. For 7. Nice and steady. No, don't get carried away. And for 8. Good. Well done. Other side to finish. So, straight leg, hips in line. Don't let your hips roll too far forward, too far back. Nice steady position. Yeah. And up for 1. Back down. Up for 2. And back. For 3, are your hips still facing forward? So these should be nicely flat. Good. They shouldn't move around. Good. 7 and 8. Start circling. One direction you choose. 1 and 2. Nice and slow. And 3 and 4. Your hips still facing here. 5 and 6 and 7. Whew. And 8. Change direction. And 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. So far, so good. Hopefully you can feel those. Just remember these bits. So if you do get bits that creep up at some point in life and you think, oh God, I need a few exercises for that, this is what these bits are for. So we're just going to break down the next couple of exercises before we go into the jumpy jumpies. So with our squat wise, we're going to look at a squat hold with some more into the calf. So we've done a little bit of calf work, we've done the steady stuff with the calf. So this is where we start to go a little bit. So as you sink down into the squat position today, we're going to look for raises. We're then going to take it a bit wider and look at a sumo squat and just check that those positions. Then we're going to go into jumpy bits and go from there. So this time when you're into that squat position, a couple of rules just to re-qualify. So the squat, it doesn't matter if your feet are parallel pointing forward or slightly out. The main rule is that those knees need to follow those. So don't let those knees collapse in as we go. As we go down into that squat position, knees and toes following, and all I'm going to get you to do today is raise up from there. And what I want is your hip line to stay nice and low. Don't get hips to come up and down as you go through. Are you ready? Sink and hold. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up. Straight into a sumo, nice and wide. And 1. Good. So knees and toes still pointing. 2 down, nice low depth. 3, 4. Good. 5. It lets the hips open out here. These inner vasty muscles we need to squeeze together as well as the glutes. So push here, push here, push here, push there. Good. 4 more. Low, squeeze as you stand up. Low, squeeze. Chest is still up. 2. And 1 more. Good. Bring it back into those normal squats again. So sink and hold. Good static position. Okay, so when you static, don't let the knees go forward like that. That's wrong. What we want to be is back, hold, and then raising from there. Okay, you ready? Down and hold. Let's go and raise for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. Yeah, just checking. You all look pretty good on that. Hip line nice and low. If you feel your hips start to creep up, just bring them back down again. Good. And relax out to sumo. Nice and wide again then. So hips open out. 1, squeeze. 2, squeeze. 3, good. 4, good. 5, 6, push. 7, push. 8, squeeze. 9, and 10, bang. 6 to go. Push. Nice and wide, nice and low. Push. Good. And last set then. So loosen through, sink into that hold, and then just raises. Try and keep these hips low as you can. 16, nice high raise, just like earlier. We got all the way up there. Try not to just go up a little bit. So down we go. And 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up. Good work into your sumo. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't forget to squeeze on the way up. Good. Squeeze as you push through. 8 to go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Loosen off those legs. Loosen off those legs. Right. Next thing on the cards, pendulum lunges. So we're going to try and hold that balance. If you can't hold your balance on a pendulum, don't worry, just go forwards and then backwards as we go. So what we're trying to do here is bring one leg all the way from the front to the back and lunge both sides of it. We're going to do 8 one side, 8 the other. And then those you want to are going to go into 8 squat jumps. Those you're not too sure, we're just going to do 8 squats as we go. So pendulum lunge, if you've got room. What do I mean by pendulum lunge? So we're going to go from the front position all the way to the back position. So fronts to backs. Are you ready? All see that okay? Yeah. So we're going to look for 8. So that's 8 forward and back. So forward, half, and 1. Forward, and 2. Lunge, and 3. Lunge, and 4. Lunge, and 5. Lunge, and 6. Body still upright. Lunge, body up all the time. Good. Can't remember if that's 7 or 8. But that's 8 there if not. Good. Other leg. Again, body upright, balance. Into that position. Straight through. 1. Good. And a 2. And a down. Nice smooth action through. And down. And back, that's 4. In front. Back is 5. Body still upright. Good. Definitive movement forward and backwards. Low. Definitive. And 8. Squat jumps or squats for 8. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Loosen. We can go back round to those as well. So with those pendulums, nice high movement on the way through. Big stretch out the way back. Try and keep this up. Try and keep it moving freely through the gap. Are you ready? So, forward. Back for 1. Forward. Back for 2. Forward. Back for 3. Forward. Back for 4. Forward. Back for 5. Forward. Back for 6. Forward. Well done. Back for 7. Forward. Back for 8. Lovely. Other way around. And forward. Back for 1. Bang. Back for 2. Big. Down. Back. Big. 3. Good. 4. And 5. That's forward and backwards. Forward. Well done. If you get in your depth, you should really feel it on those quads, glutes. Back. Squat jumps, those you want to. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last sequence. Ready. So, forward. Back for 1. Forward. Back for 2. Forward. Back for 3. Forward. Back for 4. Forward. That's 5. Forward. That's 6. Forward. For 7. Nice and low. Forward. So low both times. 8. Other way around. Forward. And back. 2. And back. 3. And back. 4. And back. 5. And back. 6. And back. 7. And back. Last one. And back. Good. Squats or squat jumps. Woo. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Little breather. Hopefully they felt a little bit different, mainly more on the quads as you drive through. So just think about that. Yeah, I found that a lot harder today.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of build up through the quads, particularly as you lift and drive.
Yeah.
And out the back. So some of you will find that a bit different. Some of you might even find that a bit easier. Depends on what you're used to, really. So we're going back down to the floor next. So we're going to look at an inner vasty muscle now. Just a real quick exercise, won't take long. So as we're lying down, it's going to be 45 degrees with the foot turned out, and then it's going to be a straight leg lift as we go. So I'll show you as we go through. So what we're going to look to do from this position, so my legs are essentially out straight. So this first one, for example, I'm going to turn to 45 degrees. What I'm then going to look to do is contract and lift it straight. Okay, so you can do it from a seated position or from a lying position. So a couple of rules. Instead of just doing that, keep it nice and taut, upright. Keep this engaged and make the movement nice and slow as you try to pull it up. So up for 1. So ideally you can lie down if you need to. Up for 2, 3, for 4. You don't need to let the floor tap the floor again. For 5, 6, good, 7, 8. Lift and hold on the next one. Just hold it. Yeah, 9. Keep breathing. Keep it squeezed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down other way around. So that contraction that will do it for you as well. So it's 45 degree and raise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice and slow. 5, 6, 7. Big hold. 8. Contract. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Other leg. So you got the hang of it now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't forget to engage. 5, 6, 7. So it's a straight leg. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other.
Are you meant to be upright or lean?
It doesn't matter so much. So some of you will have the flexibility to sit bolt upright and do it. That's fine. If you can do that, no problem. If not, what I'll be in is a lying position and I can still do the same thing. So that's not essentially. So whichever finds that you can engage a little bit more and get a little bit more up, do that version.
So it's more your thigh and hip flexor in here.
Yeah, so your flexible engaged and your inner VMO will be going. So medialis, this one here, that should engage as you go. That's why we're rotating out. So imagine that sumo position, our feet are there.
Yeah.
In the same kind of position, raising up. You will feel other parts of the quad engage. So as you squeeze, most of this will engage as we go. But essentially, we're trying to just lift up and let that engage as it comes up as well. Your flexor, you're exactly right, will be firing up as well as it's a flexion from the hip.
Okay.
Perfect. Good. Nice and steady. So engaging, you should feel it here. Nice and firm. You just use your hands to check out, see what's firing. Is it all rock solid? Is everything engaging? Hold it there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way around. So what I want you to do this time then is you're going to try it all lying. So if we all lie back flat for this one, just see if you can tell any differences. So as you rotate out for the other leg, just see how it feels. Okay, so it doesn't matter what we do with this leg, the other one. So raise for 1, raise for 2, raise for 3, raise for 4, raise for 5, raise for 6, raise for 7, and raise and hold. 8, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good. So stay with it lying. So a couple of things to think about. Your hip should be a little bit more open. Less on here. Your glute might even engage as well as you try to stabilize just due to the length of that your leg is out rather. So raise for 1. So your glute might be working here too. 3. Keep 45. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Let's get that glute firing up here. So 8, nice solid leg raising up. 7, good. 45 degrees. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. So now for the next one, we are going to try and sit up. Okay, we're going to keep the legs straight this time around. So instead of letting it turn in or turn out, nice and straight, and we're literally going to try and raise opposite. So what we're trying to do now is get into the flexors a bit more, like last time. Also, main part of the quadricep as we go through, and we're trying just raise up one at a time. Okay, we're going to go for 16. Then we're going to hold one and hold the other. So straight legs, back straight if you can. Try and keep that body so it's a little bit difficult to move back and forward. So 8, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 6, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, and then hold the other one up. Hold it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Back round again. So 1, 2, 3. Straight legs. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good. Just while you're down there, give it a quick stretch down through those groins as well. A little bit into the flexors, but not a massive amount. Good. And then just to that position, just to really get into these flexor sections now. So back knees on the floor, body's nice and upright. We're literally just stretching over through there. Other as well. Excellent. Good. Right, while we're down there, we're going to look at a little bit of stomach work now. That's most of that section, a little bit different. Just looking at your kind of prehabilitation or areas that we can't really hit that well without any sort of machine support or weight support. So just try and do a few of those. No reason why you can't do most of those kind of just throughout the day. If you get a spare few minutes 3 times a week, just engage, contract and hold. There's a lot more as well, other stuff like hip flexor extensions, holding into things or pausing. Just think about time and attention, how long you can hold those positions for as well. Right, abdominals.
I'm heading off, thank you.
Sorry?
I've got a meeting in a minute, so I'm just heading off.
Okay, yeah, those of you that need to go, I know we're running out of time a little bit. So,
right.
Sorry, Howard. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye. If everyone else is okay for time, I'm going to carry on. If not, feel free. So as we go through, Anne Simpson normally uses any excuse, but she's still here. Right, so what we're going to look to do here is just a rotation across, first of all. Okay, so try and keep this bit down as we go. This shoulder on the floor and rotate across. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way around. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. What I want you to do now is just raise your legs up, hold your legs in a tabletop position, and just try and engage different sections. So we're going to start at the top of the rectus. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Now go to the midsection. Hold that midsection and raise up and try and hold that. Try and focus on that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. And then the lower part of the rectus, hold that. Try and engage that one. That should be the easiest for the legs up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down. And back around we go. So 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10-second holds. So try and engage the top. Yeah, as you lift up. So hold it here. Engage. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Center section. Try and feel it. Find it. Once you found it, up we go. 10, 9. It won't just be that part working. We're just trying to make sure that each bit is switched on as we go through. 3, 2, 1. Good. And then the bit the most you'll feel switches on instantly with the legs up this bottom section and up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Last time round. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Legs, hold position, hold it up for 10. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1. Relax. And middle section, find it, engage it, and then lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Lower section, find it, engage it, and lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Lovely. Well done if you manage to switch those on. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not so easy. Appreciate everyone's got a different way of how they work with that. So abdominal stretch, cobras. Sorry, Simpson, what was that?
Oh, it's not. Bye.
Bye. And into that lower back. So sink round, head towards the floor. Good. Hamstrings. One leg in front, sink down towards the floor. Hands on the floor if you want to. Ease into that stretch. Good. From that position, leg across, over the body. Hips go down. Good. Other way around. So hamstrings, leg out straight in front, sink down. And how big's your living room? The The sound just bounces all the way to Arundel and back.
Me.
Either, I don't know, someone's got a massive space that keeps echoing.
Me. I think that's just my brain. It's massive space.
Yeah, through the in one ear, rattles around and out it comes.
Yep.
Yeah, that feeling.
Relax. So as we come back up, look at those quads. Quad stretches. Other set of quads. Excellent. Calves need a good stretch. They've been well used earlier. Holding in something if you want to. You don't have to. Heel flat on the floor, toes point forwards. From there, if you take half a stride in, half a stride back, bend both knees. Try and imagine your knees are trying to touch the floor while your heels are flat on the floor. Other way around when you're ready. So that's one leg straight at the back, heel flat on the floor, toes point forwards. Good. From there, half a stride in, half a stride back. Bend both legs. Relax, release.